What's up, all my amazing bestest friends? How's it going? I'm EnviroBoy. I'm playing Hogwarts Legacy. We're just gonna dive right into it. I'm picking up right where we left off last time. Last time we were just running around collecting stuff while I babbled on and on and on about anxiety. I don't know. I don't want to like repeat my whole life story after I already did it, but just know that, you know, that's where my headspace is at. As I'm going through this this episode of just sitting here. The reason I say that, if the last episode of this one, a few of the other episodes of other games that I'm playing these days, and then this episode, if I seem low energy, a lot of it is because of that. That's one of the effects that it has on me. It definitely kind of mutes my energy, my personality to a degree. Not to a point where I at least right now, I'm not at a point where I'm like, I feel like a completely different person. I just feel like a very subdued, tired, quiet version of myself that's not as eager to make funny classic witticisms and all of that kind of stuff. Not beans, it's one of these ones. You know, it's just, that's just you know, that's just part of who it is. It puts me in a place where I'm more inclined to just share a more chill and subdued version of myself. Where is this blasted brick? Wasn't that what Revelio was supposed to do for me? Let me find the dadgum thing. Wasn't I? Wait, hold on. Wasn't I searching for this one before? Is this the one that I was like desperately? So yeah, this is the one I was desperately searching for, and I couldn't find before. Shut up, honking flowers. I don't need your help right now. I'm wondering if this one is like quest-based or something, or quest-linked. Because, yeah, I 1,000,000%, this is 1,000,000% the one I was looking for beforehand. And I can't seem to find it. So, a lot of times in this game, that means something is quest-linked. Oh, there's something blue down there. Oh, but that's an entirely different puzzle. Probably that's inside of this cave. Where is the flim-flammin' brick that I need? I see a family. It looks like it's the Weezerman's game setup there. Yeah, no, I do actually remember searching for this one. I remember I had absolutely no luck finding it. Absolutely zero luck trying to find the thing. Oopsie. Oh, I might die. Oh, I lucked out there. I kind of Skyrim'd my way through that fall there, didn't I? But yeah, I'm definitely a much more mellowed out version of myself today, which isn't a problem. It doesn't have to be a problem. Oh, wait. What do I see? What do I see? What do I see? Hey, losers, I'm taking your brick. I'm taking your brick. I need your brick. I demand your brick. No, I can do that one. Whoops, that was too slow. Why is this still, like, taking forever to... Thank you. There we go. But yeah, it does oftentimes when I'm going through bouts of pretty bad anxiety, put me in this kind of muted state. And, like, the thing that's hard is, like... dude, it's remarkably uncool. Now let's just go ahead and no. Wait, oh no, I pressed the wrong button. No. Okay, can we please, come on, please. There we go. Thank you. That's what I'm looking for. There we go. Let's just handle the zombies. Dude, what have I done? I killed a zombie. You're gonna sit here and act like that's the same as murder? Get out of here. You're trying to kill a kid. You do not get to have the moral high ground here. You don't get to act like you're somehow the better person. Alright, anyway.
Nobody will believe I defeated an Ashwinder by myself.
I don't know. If they know anything about you, they'll definitely believe it. Wait, hold on. Where'd the brick go? Wait, no. No, wait, hold on. No. I don't... I don't understand. How can this happen? No, you can't do this to me. No. Oh, it went over there. How do you get all the way over there? What insanity is going on right now? Come here. Come here, you goofy thing. All right, off we go. We're gonna go for a walk. We're gonna go for a little stroll here. But yeah, if I seem a little subdued, although I can just tell actually from my mood right now, like compared to when I was recording yesterday, I'm already a bit more animated, which is a sign that for me the sort of obsessive efforts to kind of understand myself and oh wait, no, I need to I need to go like that. There we go. There it is. Finally figured this one out. There we go. But yeah, so for me, just the various things that I have kind of learned to do over the years to help mitigate and kind of claw my way back from this type of scenario are you know, they're working. They're not necessarily things that work for everyone. There's a lot of meditation, there's a lot of self-reflection, and there's a lot of very stubborn refusal to stop doing the things that I love doing, right? Like sitting here and recording, making myself sit here and do this. This is something that when I'm really kind of going through it, when my brain and my mind and even sometimes my body are just like not feeling it, right? When I'm going through those funks, it is oftentimes one of the first things to go are things like this, because it is, you know, as I discussed ad nauseum last time. Oh man, we're dropping frames. Holy crap! I'm sorry. I apologize. But hey, we're back now. Being in the caves, I think the lighting effects when I'm in caves really mess with the game on my PC. But I'm not savvy enough or interested enough right now to spend hours fixing it, so it is what it is. My apologies. And when I say my apologies, what I mean is deal with it. It's a horrible thing to say. But yeah, like for me, there's always like anxiety is usually born of something is wrong. I can't, like, how could I sit and do something fun when something is wrong? Right? That's kind of what it is for me. That's why it's such a nasty, sinister thing, because it's not just a matter of like, oh, I am busy and stressed. That's one thing. But it's when my brain gets to a point where it's like, I am so busy and stressed that I am going to make myself feel guilty for doing literally anything to try and reduce that stress, which ends up being one of the most self-destructive cycles that I could be in, because I don't want to do anything. I don't like it. It can even lead to, for me, sometimes not wanting to eat properly. And so everything that I need to be doing to be improving is exactly what I'm not doing. And that's where it can get, oh, there's butterflies. Oh, hold on. I got a Ron Wiener minute. We gotta go get them bubble flies, as my nephew would have said when he was a tiny little baby. Call them bubble flies. It's adorable, absolutely adorable. But yeah, so like there's a reason why I'm sitting here making myself do these things, even though I know this isn't gonna be my best work, and all of that, that knick-knack paddywhack, because it just, I need to make sure that I'm doing these things for myself to help myself, because otherwise I will spiral. And understanding that about myself is something that has been a very, very hard one thing. Like, it has taken me years of very concerted, intentional efforts to make sense of this. And I don't say that as in, you know, to send a message of like, haha, I'm better, or I know more. I say that as sort of like an expression of, what do you mean? What do you call this time of day? Is this not nighttime? What are we talking about here? All right, I guess I'll wait till night. Yeah, wait. Yeah. Which is gonna look exactly the same. It looks exactly the same. It was nighttime. What are you on? What are you talking about? Yeah, let me use this. But yeah, the reason I want to be open and willing to talk about it is exactly because I think um, I have so much sympathy and respect for, you know, anyone still going through that struggle. Because, like, hey, you know, like, I've been there. I am there oftentimes in my life. I need to zoom out more, I think. How is this not it? How is this not it? Thank you. Good Lord. Yeah, it's exactly what I saw. Not a line. A Hydra. Say so. Game. Just making crap up at this point in time. What is that? A troll lair? I don't care about the troll lair. I don't want to go to Ancient Magic Hotspot. But yeah, so, you know, I don't know. For like the 1500th time in a row, I started an episode and was like, I don't want to sit here and obsess over anxiety and talking about it. And I have now spent the first 10 minutes doing exactly that. So, I don't know. It's just like when it's stuck on your mind, when it's the one thing that you can't stop thinking of, it's like, what the heck else am I supposed to talk about at this point in time? But it's, you know, it is because I'm here doing these things that, again, I know are good for me. I know help me. Get out of my way. Because I'm doing that, it is having the desired effect. It is helping me. Oh wait, no, I want that. Oh no, not reparo. Sorry. All right, stop repairing. There's nothing to reparo. Stop repairing. Stop. Stop. There's nothing there. I apologize. What I wanted to do. What am I supposed to do with that? I don't know what I'm supposed to do with that. But I'm gonna jump up here and grab this. The magic is absorbed into him. He's the chosen one. So I don't know. That's what my present life experience is. And you know, hopefully, I just hope that me talking about it might help someone someday. This is probably not the game for me to choose to play if that's what my goal is, because like, who the heck is watching this? Get out of the way, you goofy devil snare. But we'll sulk in the sun. So I don't know if you're a friendo out there struggling. Like, I get you. I feel you. Been there. Am there. It's of such little consolation because one of the nasty things about it too is, as I've talked about, is when you're kind of going through it, your brain will have the tendency to think, whoa, what the hecky? Your brain will have the tendency to sort of think to itself like, how could I ever, if it lets me do it that way, yeah, there we go. You know, how could I ever improve from this? How could I ever get back to normal life? And if you're trying to think about it from that standpoint, it's like when you have when you are sick, right? And you got the sniffles and like it hurts to swallow and your nose is stuffed up, and kind of get to a point where you're like, I don't remember what it's like to be healthy. How does anyone, like, how have I ever even been healthy in the first place? Like, how could I ever return to that place? It seems so foreign. And like, there's no one right answer, right? It's not about perseverance. You know, it's not about, oh, you just gotta do this thing or you just gotta stay with it. Because all of that is just in the, like, just be better. Just feel better. Like, if you feel bad, then stop feeling bad. Start feeling better. And that is like the most useless advice anyone could ever give another person. So I try to be sensitive about that and not offer that advice. Because, you know, like, the fact is I have had to have medication and stuff for depression and anxiety before. You know, we all go through those. Not we all do. Some of us are fortunate enough not to. Just like some of us are fortunate enough they're born with straight teeth or 20/20 vision, right? Like, everyone has different life experience. My point is that, like, there's no one is completely alone in these things, and there pretty much always is a way out of there. Excuse me, sorry. Even if it's not clear what that way is now. or how you could ever get there. There pretty much always is a way out. Maybe it's medication, maybe it's therapy, maybe it's meditation. For me these days, it tends to be focus on things like meditation, self-actualization, sticking to my schedule, like kind of stalwartly sticking to my schedules as they make me the happiest. And doing those things tends to, for me, have the desired effect of really giving me the tools that I need to, once I start feeling those warning signs, once I start feeling like, oh, I know this feeling, I recognize this, I know what's happening right now. Once I start kind of getting there, that kind of gives me all that I need to try and combat that. And sort of stay in a more healthy, functional, day-by-day mindset. Yeah, there we go. We can do that. Boom, boom. Get out of here, Commander. There we go. Bye. Yeah, and like it, just to hammer the point, the point home, no, the point home. You know, for how it's working for me and how I'm kind of on the up and up right now. Is I'm sitting here doing something that I do genuinely love doing, and I feel good about it. I'm not feeling particularly like guilty about it, which is always a key element for me because so much of my anxiety is guilt based. So the fact that I can sit here and I'm having fun and I'm like, I'm not feeling guilty. I don't feel like I'm doing something wrong. I don't feel like I'm behaving inappropriately. Nope. All right. For sitting here and enjoying my time right now. Like, it's okay. I'm allowed to do that. And I'm not even really being neglectful of anyone or anything in order to do that. Because it's that's one of the parts of it for me is I tend to feel some pretty extreme guilt about it when no, okay then. Here's what we're going to do. We are going to just fly up there. Yeah, it tends to be for me one of the hallmark situations is a very I don't know, landing's unavailable right now, huh? How is landing unavailable right now? I don't understand this. Okay, what if I just like come over here then? Hi guys. Hold on, please don't. Yeah. Do that. Boom, 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 boom. Listen here, you. Why am I pressing the wrong button constantly here? Because I'm not focusing on what I'm doing, that's why. If anyone wants to know, that's exactly what the issue is here. Nice try. Whoops, alright, well, I guess that's how that's gonna go down. That was, not how I intended for that to go. Surprise, fools! You missed me! Haha! Ow, rude. Bro. Bruh, knock it off. Stop. No. Okay, bye. So, you know, yeah, like I say, I'm kind of getting there. And I can tell because I have a better, a better mindset while I'm here. Oops. While I'm here recording right now. And that's a good thing. That's a positive sign that I'm doing better here and all that kind of stuff. So, you know, it is what it is. Oh shoot, hold on. I gotta pause real quick. 1 second. Okay, I'm back. I just needed to. Sorry, I needed to respond to an important communication, an important text. You know how it goes. An unidentified item. Wow. But I don't know. Yeah, today is largely a good day. Not a perfect day, but a good day. And you know what? I don't even just aim for good. You know, I aim for good enough, right? That's just a stellar way to be. Sounds horrible, actually. Like it's not exactly that. Hold on. Oh wait, hey, can we land here? Is that nice? At that landing platform. Apparently, there's. I feel like there's still like some sort of magic to find around here. Oh, 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 oh. Yep, there we go. There we go. What am I hearing? Okay, what if we come over here? What happens if we do this? Oh, it's too close. Well, clunk. Just hear like the coconut noise. Thunk. Oh, wait, 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 wait. Is that? Or is that just the moon reflecting? That almost looks like it's... I think that actually is it. I think I need to go down there and grab that. Whee. Yeah, that's totally it. Wow, that's really lucky that I found that. I was not expecting to... I'm surprised I noticed that. I am very, very surprised that I noticed that. Oh, great. Great, great and good. Great and good. So, I don't know. I feel like I've been sitting here bogarting all the time, talking. Why are we not landing? Why won't we land? Okay. Oh, wait, no, I don't want to... Okay, wait, can we... Okay. That was weird and uncomfortable, but we're good. Oh, shoot, I should have gone to the other side there. Oh, well, no worries. Yeah, I feel like I'm bogarting all the time. So tell me how you're doing. Like, comment, and subscribe if you're doing great. Like, comment, subscribe if your life is as anxious and depressing as mine. Hooray! Misery loves company, baby. That's such a horrible sentiment. Oh my goodness gracious. Boy. No, it's kind of a 3 cheers for at least like stepwise improvements. Because that's what it is. Like, it is a matter of just like stepping away there. It's not much like my cat's injured shoulder. It doesn't heal in a day. You can't just like, it's not a switch. It doesn't flip on. It can feel like a switch, right? But it's again, it's like any other illness, right? Where it's like you forget. You know, you gotta be patient because it takes time for a cold to heal, right? Like the injury, like my cat's injury. Actually, you know what? Hey, we've got just this convenient little comparison point, this little analogy there. You know, it might switch on in a moment, right? Like with my cat, he was great one moment, and then he was jumping, and then he was great one moment, and then he was nose diving off of a doctor's exam table, and then he had a sprained shoulder. So is there really no like faster way to get up there than going all the way around there? That's silly. I'm gonna fly. Whee! And then we'll go back down here. Wait, with a depulso? Oh, okay. Hold on a second. There we go. Did it. Oh my gosh, did that kill him? Oh, I'm sorry, pup. That doesn't help my anxiety over injured animals. Ugh. Ew, check, please. But yeah, it's an incremental improvement thing. It's baby steps, which is one of the most frustrating things in the world. Just like my cat's shoulder, right? When you see it go so wrong in such an instant, you really wish. Like, I always wish these things could be like I wish mental health issues could be like, you know, a programming error in your computer where it's like just turning it on and off again will fix it. Just like, just go to sleep. You know, just reboot it, you know, or worst case scenario, factory reset. Just like, you know, take a weekend, factory reset, you're good to go. Like, I wish it worked like that, you know. I wish that, you know, injuries, physical ones, were like, you know, it was like, oh, shoot, the wheel fell off of my wheelbarrow. Get a screwdriver, fix it up, it's good to go. But that's just not how brains and bodies work. And it is one of the most upsetting realities to me. Is the fact that I can't just snap my fingers and everything's better. It just doesn't work like that. It just doesn't work like that. And it is exhausting. And so for me, I'm sorry to me that I'm going through this and having to deal with this. But for everyone else out there, I'm even more sorry for anyone else going through it, because it sucks. It's one of my favorite terms about things that are bad in life is to defer to them as, or refer to them as the big suck. I use it a lot when I'm talking about marathoning, right? Because I run marathons and everything. There comes a point where there's just no way out other than to just keep going, right? And that's kind of where this is to a certain degree. It's like there's no way out of it except for continuing to press forward. But when you kind of get to that point, it's like, yeah, this is as I call it, the big suck. And you just kind of have to get through it. And that's not just to say like, oh, perseverance and you'll stay strong and it'll get better. In many ways, in many scenarios, that's true, but I'm not even professing that, because sometimes sticking with it means going and getting help, whether it's through doctors, through medications, although I guess that's kind of the same thing, isn't it? But point is, like, they're gonna be there's got to be like a pulley that I'm supposed to do that'll, yeah, like open that up. I'm sure of it. But that's just what it is sometimes, right? Like you just have to figure out what your path is and then work your way through that path. I guess that's the way that's what I mean when I say you just kind of have to get through it. You have to get through the big suck, because you don't want to travel through the path. You want to teleport there. But it just doesn't work that way, you know? It just don't work that way. Life is many things. To quote the venerable, immortal, untouchable 90s boy band LFO, life is good, life is great, life is unbelievable, life is hard, life is cruel, life is so beautiful. I am not ashamed, perhaps a little embarrassed, but not ashamed to admit that as like a late, I feel like it would have been late elementary, early middle schooler, in those late 90s, early 2000s, right? In my just right when I was starting to get to the age where I was heading into what would eventually become a very, very angsty set of teenage years, I was obsessed with that song. It's so ridiculous. It's such a ridiculous song. It's good. I mean, like, it's got a good message. Got a good message. It's got good vibes. Good vibes only. But yeah, there you go. Anyway, I think what I'm gonna do, just because I'm looking at like my time where I'm at in like the real world here, in conjunction to where we're at, I'm gonna get myself up to a place where I'm not about to slip and drown. And then I'm gonna say that it's time for me to call it an episode. So, yeah, thank you so much for joining me. I do love and appreciate every single one of you. Yeah, I don't know, words of wisdom, they've all been about anxiety lately, and I feel like that's exhausting. So words of wisdom. How about this? I'll share one of the tools that I use that does genuinely help, as stupid as it sounds. Make yourself smile. Like, and I'm not talking about like do something good and it'll lift your mood. No, I mean like physically grimace. Like, you know, that's what it'll look like to anyone watching you. Just physically grimace out a smile there. Like, force yourself to smile. Because there are such things as like being able to trick your brain into building, you know, positive pathways and all that kind of stuff. And one of those is to just like make yourself believe that you're smiling and happy, even if you're not. It sounds absolutely absurd, because in many ways it is absolutely absurd, but hey, it can help. So it's like any little baby step like that you can do to try and help yourself, like, I don't see any reason to not do them. You know, that's all there is to it. So, I don't know. That's silly and probably not helpful to a lot of people, but there you go. It's something. Anyway, love you. Bye.